going to be talking about Red Sonja, the she-devil with a sword. So imagine she walks into a room full of dragons, and the dragons look up and they're like, I'm going to get you. And then she looks at them and says, all right, let's go. Which one of you is first? That is her character in a nutshell. So, at first glance, people notice her, and they notice her blazing red hair and this massive sword that she carries around with her all the time. But the funny thing is, nobody would still be talking about her 50 years later that she was introduced in comic books if there was not more to her character. So we're going to get into that. So Red Sonja has endured because she's one of the toughest and smartest and most independent heroes in comics. And as our little infographic shows here, why people like Red Sonja, she's fearless, as I just mentioned with those dragons. She's independent. She's strong in every sense of the word. And she never waits around for someone else to save the day. So while other fantasy heroes are consulting ancient prophecies, asking wizards for advice, Sonja has already kicked down the door and has defeated the guards and is wondering why everyone else is running late. So one of the coolest things about Red Sonja is that she doesn't have superpowers. Looking at her power infographic, you'll see that she has no magic abilities, no divine blessings, no laser eyes, no enchanted ring like Green Lantern, uh, and definitely no radioactive spider capabilities. And everything that she accomplishes comes from years of training, incredible athletic ability, tactical intelligence, and just really pure determination. So we can learn a lot from her. So again, she has those powers, and so she's. I was kind of thinking about this. She's kind of like a an ancient Batman, except instead of being in Gotham City, she lives in a world where every Tuesday involves a sorcerer who specializes in death magic, a demon, or an angry giant with an axe. It's kind of unfortunately her world. So speaking of her world, one of the biggest misconceptions, and I kind of fell into this when I was starting to do research into her character, is where she actually lives. And people hear 10,000 BC when they hear about Red Sonja, and they imagine sort of a time, and this from history. For those of you that have taken history, this is back when cavemen were chasing woolly mammoths, right? But as our um, Hyborian Age comparison infographic explains, that's where Red Sonja is actually from. So, and it's a world of fictional fantasy. And the setting is actually inspired by Robert E. Howard's Conan stories, for those of you that are Conan fans. And it's packed with kingdoms and castles and sorcerers and monsters and pirates and ancient ruins and lost civilizations, and basically enough cursed artifacts to make every archaeologist immediately reconsider their career choice. So nobody in real 10,000 BC was worried about evil wizards uh, turning people into snakes. Although I do suppose that that would have made our history classes a lot more interesting if we remembered that or was taught that. So Uh, Comic books. Red Sonja first appeared in 1973 in Conan the Barbarian, issue 23. It was created by Roy Thomas and Barry Windsor Smith. And as our timeline shows, she quickly became basically so popular that she ended up getting her own comic book series. And if you're able to go into the comic book stores today, you'll actually see comic book series that she has on her own. And there's actually multiple series that she has these days. So you can read those. She survived many multiple publishers, countless reboots, crossovers, novels, games, and basically decades of changing comic book trends. And so, in comic books, lasting 5 years is a pretty big deal, right? But if you can last 50 years without a cape, that's really, really impressive. So people identify with her, and we'll talk about that. Um, so the reason I think why people like her is because of her personality. Um, and as our character profile shows, she's a fiercely loyal person, and she values freedom above everything else. She refuses to bow to tyrants, which is good, and uh, and she follows her own code of honor. Um, she's not reckless just for the sake of action. Sometimes she absolutely is, but she does fight because she believes that strength should protect the innocent rather than bully the weak. And unlike many heroes, she doesn't let kings or queens or love interests define who she is. And look, yes, I mean, she does have a history with Conan. I mean, there is, no mistaking that. I mean, I think we all know that. They've had plenty of chemistry in the past over the years, but uh, she's always remained fiercely independent. And really, her greatest relationship has been with freedom, followed very closely with her sword. And if someone tells her that she's got to choose between a massive adventure or the most romantic relationship in the entire world, she's going to go and take that huge adventure to be free and fight and be independent. I can tell you that. Okay. And she'll be halfway into whatever temple it is that they're going to be raiding without them even before they finish the sentence about what the task is. Yeah, I can tell you that. Okay. So we're going to talk about so you've seen sort of the character profile, and you can see her and how how serious she is, and imagine going up against her. Now, we're going to go I'm going to show a picture of sort of the iconic view of her. And so this will be sort of like her, like on the battlefield, is what you would probably see. And again, it's sort of like it's that, again, that flowing crimson hair. It's that commanding presence that she has, and she's basically one of the most recognizable characters that are fantasy characters that are in comic books today and previously, probably next to Conan, I would say. Um, and more importantly, she's inspired really generations of readers because she proves that you don't need magical powers to become legendary. Um, and these are things that we can do as human beings, like you and me today, whatever, right? So courage is a big one. Skill, determination, um, refusing to quit when when people are coming at you unjustly, right? Um, and and I think that's why people love her so much still, is that she still uh, is remembered for her attitude, because those are the characteristics that she has as a character. And again, she's fearless when everyone is afraid, um, and she's independent when everyone wants to control her, uh, and she's compassionate without being naive, which is a very good thing. And she's strong enough to stand against monsters, bad people, tyrants, and impossible odds, armed with little more than basically just the sword that she has, and her sharp wit, and the confidence of someone who has never once thought, maybe this dragon is too big. So she's definitely someone that would rise up and go back against someone who is hitting her at her lowest point, and that's been unjustly, persecuted. Not only for herself, she would absolutely fight for other people as well too. In that case, so with that, I'm kind of going to leave it there, and hopefully you enjoyed this character profile of Red Sonja. I really enjoyed learning more about her. I like to explore these characters because sometimes you'll see characters in the comic book shop and you'll just get this preconceived notion. And the more you learn about them, there's a lot more behind these characters than meets the eye. And so I highly recommend learning more about her and her character, and what she stands for, and her personality and stuff like that. So check her out. And again, like, subscribe, tell your friends about the show, and leave comments. If there's other characters that you are interested in, let me know. I took a different angle with the last episode with Firebird, and Benito Juarez, and so you're able to kind of see that angle of the show. And if there's anything else that you're interested in, let me know. So, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. All right, bye bye.